what sparked your interest?
What, in the classic car show?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, everything really. I mean, this is my world. I know nothing else. You can ask me to mow your lawn and I wouldn't know how to do it. If you ask me to put a shelf up, go and get a man that puts shelves up. But if you want to know anything about classic cars, come and see me, because this is my wheelhouse.
What's your classic car favourite, would you say? I mean, I own the Z3,
really easy for me, and I own it, and I own several of them. I've got my favourite classic car of all time is definitely a 1964 Mini Cooper S.
Oh, wow.
So I love minis.
Okay.
I'm just a mini freak. I'm a mini enthusiast. I know that my body frame doesn't allow me to really enjoy minis, and I haven't done since I was 17 when I was smaller and slimmer. But these days, I squeeze myself into one. It looks like a giant marshmallow being pushed into a little packet.
No.
But I love my little minis.
I mean, minis, what was it, first world's transverse engine, but it's meant to seat 4 comfortably, wasn't it?
It was meant to seat 4 people, but I am the size of those 4 people, so it's a little bit uncomfortable.
Mike, it's been great to have you on the channel. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you.
One.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye. Hi guys, it's Jack from Is It Worth It UK on the YouTube channel. But today I'm with Greek TV London at the NEC Motor Show, looking at the classic cars that we have on display today. And I'm extremely excited because I have one of my favourite all-time cars. Starting from my very first car was a Renault Clio. But this is a very special car. It's what they call the Renault Sport V6. And what Renault have decided to do is chuck the rear seats out the back and put a V6 engine into it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Look at it. So I'm finally inside the cabin of the V6 and Renault chucked the rear seats out and put a V6 in the back. Take a look. I mean, where are you going to fit your passengers? Who cares? It's got a V6 engine in. My first car was a Renault Clio, but this is just, I mean, look at that. Look at the gear stick as well. Just absolutely amazing. I'm shaking. What an amazing car. I'd love to drive it though. But yeah, what an amazing car to be in. So Ian, talk to us a bit more about the MX-5.
The MX-5 is pretty much it's the best-selling sports car of all time. It's in the Guinness World Records for that. It crossed the million mark a couple of years back, and we did some stuff to do all that.
I mean, it brings so many people together, and the passion for this two-seater sports car, originally based on the Lotus Elan, came into Japan in 1989 as the Uranus, and then came to, obviously, the European market as the MX-5, and it's known as what in America?
The Miata. Yeah. So I mean, but basically, Mazda are now sort of, it's globally branded as the MX-5. The MX-5 name sort of took over all the sort of sub-brands as well. So
brilliant. Thank you so much, great guy. If you are interested, get an MX-5. You should have one anyway.
Yes.
But if you haven't, go and get one and come and sign up to these guys. So this is the GT40 Enthusiast stand, and we've got the GT40 just right here behind me, and it was made famous back in 1966 winning the Le Mans, and it was to compete against Ferrari. Yes, Henry Ford wanted to compete against that Italian prancing horse, and they call it the GT40 because from the top to the bottom it's exactly 40 inches, and it's rear engine as well. The Ford Mustang, and it came out in 1965, but here we have the 1966 model. But if you have a look around, they called it a pony car, and the reason they called it a pony car because it was long at the front and short at the back. But having just a look around this American muscle car, you can see it's actually a very big car. Have a look around. You've got the Ford and the Mustang logo there as well. Have a look inside here, and of course the Mustang was a 2+2, so you could seat 2 in the front and 2 at the back quite comfortably, and also it's a V8 Mustang, so this is the classic 5-litre V8.
Hey Jack, guess what I've just found? You've been doing the older ones, I've got the 2005 GT. Believe it or not, this particular car belonged to Jeremy Clarkson and not all the others that he smashed up, and it's actually for sale. How much is it? It's only a mere £270,000.
So look behind me, we have got the Ghostbusters car. It's based on a Cadillac. I mean, look at it. It's even got the sound as well. But take a quick look around with me. We've even got Slimer on there. Remember, this is Ghostbusters, a 1984 film, and the attention to detail you've got, even just on the logo. I mean, it's like stepping back into my childhood. I mean, have a look in the back as well, quick. And it's got all the props on the top as well from the original film. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so I'm joined here at the Lamborghini enthusiast stand with Jeff Armstrong, and he's the proud owner, I'm actually really jealous, of a Lamborghini Countach. And it's not just any old Lamborghini Countach, it's a 25th anniversary. So tell me a bit more about that.
All these things you see here, all these add-on bits, were all designed by Horatio Pagani when he worked for Lamborghini.
It's beautiful, it's a beautiful car. What engine is in the Countach? Because it's always mind-boggling. What kind of engine is in this car?
This is a variation of the original Bizzarini designed V12 engine.
V12.
It's 5.2 litres, 48 valves, so this is the sort of, again, the ultimate development of that Bizzarini engine. 455 horsepower.
Wow. George, and obviously just touching here on such a film as Wolf of Wall Street, I think we even touched, fans have seen that, same one that Leonardo DiCaprio. It's the same sort of Countach that he had in the film. And to getting in and out, it's quite challenging, isn't it? What's the sort of, how do you do it? Show me.
There is a technique, and it's bum first and
bum
then legs in.
Okay, yeah, let's just leave it at that. What's it like as a daily, if you can call the Countach a daily car?
A nightmare.
I'm here in the corner at the Lamborghini enthusiast stand with Peter, and he's a proud owner of, what is this magnificent beast?
It's a Murciélago LP640, which is the Gen 2. It's an 08 model year, and it's my pride and joy.
So where does the Murciélago stand in the Lamborghini hierarchy? Is it before or after the Diablo? Or?
This is after the Diablo. Okay. They had the Gen 1 in early 2002, and then this came along in 2007.
Absolutely brilliant. So why have you gone for a Murciélago instead of like an Aventador or anything like that? Why have you gone for this specific model?
Because at the time I couldn't afford an Aventador.
Okay.
And genuinely I really love this car.
Yeah.
It's a connoisseur's choice. They're very rare. There's about 25 on the road, maybe up to about 35 in the UK.
Just interestingly, what's so special about this engine? What engine have Lamborghini gone for in this car?
It's a 6.5 litre V12 pushing out 640 horsepower.
Hi, I'm here at the BMW stand at the NEC Arena in Birmingham, and I'm joined here by Martin. He's the club chairman of the BMW Car Club, but very excitingly he's going to take us a bit of a history through the BMW cars, and we're starting off here with the Z1. So can you tell us, importantly, what makes this car so important, Mike?
So the Z1 is basically, this car is from 1986, and the Z prefix is basically, it's the German word is future.
Could you show me what's so futuristic about this car? Look at that. And is it all automatic, that as well? So this was,
and the car can be driven on the road legally with the doors down.
This was revolutionary at the time, the doors that went down. But it didn't catch on.
Revolutionary, but also a little problematic.
Right,
so any Z1 owner will tell you today that the doors are kind of the Achilles heel. But there is a specialist who is in the Netherlands.
And then what BMW did, we moved on to another Z car, which is kind of famous because of the James Bond era. Would you say what makes the Z3 so special?
Just the fact really that it's an evolution. So this car was actually based on the E30 3 Series.
Yeah.
This car is then based on the E36 3 Series. So what we have here is the Roadster, which is the E36 6, and the car next to it is the E36 7. So it's the Roadster, and coupe.
So we've had a look at the past of the BMWs, now we're into the future, and well, quite incredibly, we've got a rare car which is soon to be quite big on the streets, I'd say. It's the BMW iX, is it?
Correct.
iX, and it's BMW's first full electric 4x4 car. So, well, apart from the lavish interior and the cabin lights, wow, how groovy does that look? I don't want to touch too much, but yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, look at this, well, the shape of the steering wheel. Everything just screams futuristic, doesn't it? Perfect, so that's the 4x4, but more exclusively, we've got a very UK special. It's not even in dealerships right now, I've been told. So this is pretty much the only one in the UK, is the new BMW i4. So it's BMW's, obviously one up from the 3 Series. It's 4 Series, but it's fully electric. So can we have a quick little intro on that? What else is there to know about the i4?
Again, like the iX, it's a luxurious car, quiet, beautifully comfortable to sit in and drive. Obviously this one has got quite a number of extras, but what extras it's got I couldn't tell you because they don't have a spec sheet for the vehicle yet. It's so new.
Jack, you know we were talking about the Boxsters. Well, you know that 25 years, well, this is a 25-year celebration model. This is the original one when it all started off 25 years ago, and this is the new up-to-date. So, Jack, you're the modern man. Fill everybody in.
This is Forever Young, the Porsche Boxster, now celebrating its 25th birthday. But I always thought the Porsche Boxster was a poor man's 911. However, it's actually stood the test of time, and it's a car in its own right. I mean, just have a look at this, actually 21st century update version of the Porsche Boxster. Thank you guys, hope you've enjoyed it today, and it's been a privilege. Thank you so much to Angelo and the actual team here I'm presenting today for you guys. We're just wondering, what has been your favourite car?
Angelo, what is your favourite car here today?
Lamborghini.
He's going to say Lamborghini, you see.